Hey, what's up? All right, going to get some tires mounted. Yes, sir. Actually, Harley's Jeep is going up a little bit bigger in tire size. So, yeah, the thumbnail. Yeah, wow. Never would have thought that would have happened on one of our jobs. Well, the van's creaky, isn't it? Yeah. So the plumber did it. He popped a hole through. It was on our job. We saw it as it was happening. I could not believe we were part of it. Let me give you the backstory to it. The kitchen was being wrapped up, so we needed to do dishwasher, faucet, and the ice maker line. Well, they already wrapped up the dishwasher and the faucet, and I reminded them, yeah, because not all fridges have ice makers. I said, hey, you know, the ice maker line needs hooked up. And it was kind of one of those things that was like, oh, you could tell they both wanted to move on to another job, but they're like, okay. And so I showed them my card where everything was laid out in that wall, which we always do. The drywall's off. We always show them where the studs, all the lines are. All my subs see that stuff. And he's like, you know what? Isn't there a bathroom on the back side of this wall? I said, yes. He says, how about I go through that wall as opposed to going through the cabinets, getting over to the plumbing underneath the sink. And so I showed him the card again. And next thing I know, I go on, move on. Harley moves on to another portion. And I mean, literally seconds later, we hear a bunch of crunching. I turn around. Unbelievable. I could not believe what we were seeing. Yeah. I could not believe this actually was happening on one of our jobs. I mean, if you do enough constructions, things happen. Shoot, I've cut electrical cords, not lines in a house, but I've cut my own extension cords. You know, so things do happen when you're trying to be productive. However, with the house being finished, there should be a certain amount of cautiousness around these things, and plus for your safety too. That being said, he's a good plumber. He really is, because we worked for him for a few years, with him for a few years, and he's probably the best plumber that we've had work for us. This all could have been avoided. And I'm going to show you exactly how it should have been done right after this. But I was thinking, I couldn't even take the picture. Could I? Harley had to take the picture. I was actually embarrassed to be in the room.
I took a photo, but I should have took a video. I just didn't want to do it with them.
I mean, yeah, both the guys were there, and I'm just like, at first, I was like, no. I was like, I can't even take it. I was actually ashamed to even see it, but it is what it is. All right, so let's get on to showing what and how I would have done it. All right, so this right here, okay, this right here is a very special tool, something that a lot of people aren't going to know about. It's you got about, I don't know, maybe 1,000 of them hanging underneath your house, holding insulation up. Our electrician turned us on to this, and for popping holes through drywall. Let's see it. What we like about this is it leaves a really small hole, and you can get in there and work it around to see if you feel anything. So we're going to go in there and see if we can drill through a box too with this. All right, so here's our test. Test number one. We're going to come in here. Let me see, let's come above the box. Now when you run this, you are going to have to hold a little bit the wire to help it start. Oh man, you see them through the drywall? That's clear. And it would punch through drywall that quick. So you know there should be very little obstruction. I'm going to drill a couple more. Another thing you could do is you could take a measurement and put on here. Stud wall is supposed to be 4.5 inches. So take a 1/2 inch off for the inside of that drywall. So 4 inches, you can put a tape line. So when If you hit anywhere sooner than that, you know you have an obstruction. Let's go to the back side of that outlet box where we think it is going to be. Okay, you see me hitting right there on the back side of this box? I'm going to see if I can drill through it. Okay, still drilling, and I'm pushing pretty hard. Okay, let's go right up to the drywall again. Bam! See, I can go right through drywall quick. This is what he should have did. Here's another thing too. I'm going to go down here. I'm going to open this hole up a little bit. I can go around and feel with this. Well, that don't feel right. Well, let me open it up a little more. Oh, wait a second. I got clearance now. See, he sees what he sees what I just did. I opened that hole. Let me come on around. Had to reposition. I opened this hole up more. Look at that. Look at the action. Let me back it up so you guys can really see the action. Look how much that's flexing. You can't do that with a drill bit. See, look at that. See, I can feel the outlet box. I'd be able to go in there. Hey, there's my drywall. There is something right here I should not be drilling through. But let's just go ahead and go through it. I'm pushing hard. Oh, did I finally go through? I finally went through. Yeah. So I guess if you're persistent, you can go through with anything. Either way, there's a smart way of doing it, and then there's, well, you know what? I don't want, I got to be very careful as far as being critical, because you got someone like that I'm gonna. All right, so here's the thing. This thing works awesome, and you can see how flexible it is. This is way better than a drill bit for probing through walls. And now you're going to say, well, he had to go through the back of a cabinet. All right, we'll take a drill bit, go through the first piece of veneer, because that's all the center of that cabinet is veneer, basically. And then, and you probably could get this through the veneer, then finish with this. The drywall, he shouldn't have went through. He should not have, we don't. Since, like I said, since our electrician turned us on to these, you can get them in 16, 24s, whatever. I mean, and plus, let's say you got to probe up through a floor, drill a really small hole through your plywood from up above, you know, really small. Bring this through. Let's say you have a finished ceiling up above, you can pop through the ceiling up there to locate where you need. So if you do have to patch it, it's very minimal. Another thing too, let's say there's some plumbing lines in there or something sensitive. This right here will not blast through them the way a drill bit is. Either way, I should be selling these. I really should be selling these. This could be the best tool for 2022 that no one knows about. All right, use it, people. Just use it.